It's been 13 years since Australia last held the Bledisloe Cup, and it's longer than that, in 2000, since the Wallabies last won a test here in New Zealand. And on the evidence of last week in Sydney, neither of those records would appear to be under threat as the All Blacks and the Wallabies come together for the second of 3 test matches this season. Welcome to Westpac Stadium. Australia's last 4 results don't make pretty reading. In fact, they also, you could add the World Cup final to that. The next 3 games in the Rugby Championship, South Africa, Argentina, and also in South Africa. So we're awaiting the arrival of the Wallabies. They'll be first out on to the park, led out as they were last week by Stephen Moore. He is a survivor of the game, and when we have a look at the teams, we'll see that there are a number of changes in this Wallaby team. So out they come. And let's have a look at the side. Well, it is the same front row as last year. Stephen Moore, the captain, Scott Seo and Sikopi Kepu. There is a change, though, in the second row, and Kane Douglas is joined by Adam Coleman in just his second international. Scott Fardy is back. David Pocock at 8 still, and Michael Hooper. Will Guinea are joined by his old mate from the Reds in Quade Cooper, playing in his 59th test. Complete change in the midfield, Bernard Foley and Samo Karevi. And at the back, the same 3 as last week of Halep Petty, Folau and Ashley Cooper. And these are the 8 players on the bench tonight for the Wallabies. So those are the 23 representing the Wallabies. Let's join now Justin Marshall.
Yes, good evening, everybody. As we see the All Blacks starting to exit their changing room, led out by Kieran Reid. And as you can see, a pretty impressive record for the All Blacks. Their last 4 results, quite obviously wins and good wins, but also 41 tests on the bounce for the All Blacks at home. So wonderful crowd building here to cheer on their world champions. Let's have a look at this All Black side. Loose head prop, there's a change. Joe Moody comes in, Dane Coles and Owen Franks. Into the second row, Brodie Retallick and Sam Whiteblock. Back 3, Kieran Reid, Sam Kane and Jerome Kano. As we move to the back line, Aaron Smith and Bowden Barrett continue to develop their partnership in the halves. Anton Leonard-Brown gets his opportunity into 12. Test debut for him, the 21-year-old. Malachi Fekitoa alongside. Bit of a change in the dynamic at the backs. Ben Smith moves back to fullback. Israel Degg to the right wing. Julian Severe gets a start in Wellington. Parsons, Crockett, Falmuina, Squire, Severe, Perenara, Cruden, and Tamani Valu comes in 23.
National anthems. New Zealand Rugby welcomes members of the New Zealand Defence Force to the field to present the national flags alongside the teams. As Rugby remembers, as part of World War 100 celebrations, this commitment honours those who have given service to our country. Representing our men and women from the New Zealand Defence Force this evening, Lieutenant Colonel Al McKinnon and Sergeant Major Mark Compain of the New Zealand Army, both returned veterans that have served in the regular army and the reserves. To all those who have served at home and overseas, past and present, we thank you and your families for your commitment and sacrifice. Ladies and gentlemen, to sing the National Anthem of Australia, Ainsley Allen.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In
sing the national anthem of New Zealand, Stan Walker.
Yes, an emotional moment for Anton Lienert-Brown on Test debut for the All Blacks as they head towards the haka. Let's get conditions sideline from Smithy.
Well, it's dry now, which is good because we've had some late afternoon, early evening rain, but that's gone for the moment. Let's hope it stays that way. It hasn't had a great effect on the field itself. It's still pretty firm underfoot. A light breeze. It's a bit of a swirler, but by Wellington standards, it's very, very light. Really good conditions in this boat, to be fair.
Thank you, Smithy. Aaron Smith in charge of the haka as the players prepare to do battle. And watching on, Adam Ashley Cooper for the 31st time in a test match against the All Blacks. No Australian player has played any more than Adam Ashley Cooper.
Very interesting to see the Wallabies in a very close-knit huddle there, and talking to Michael Checker before the game, fellas. For the first time, he said in his coaching record, he had to question attitude. I think we'll see their attitude change in the first 15 minutes, Justin. This could be all on.
Yeah, completely concur. Romain Poit will take control of the game this evening. But you're right. How will Australia respond to last week's performance by the All Blacks? Will they front? And we will know very shortly.
Anton Lienert-Brown then just wants to hear the whistle Jerome Kano has heard it many times before.
Wellington, let's count it down. 10, 9, 8.
So the test match is underway as Barrett gets us started in the capital city and taken down by Michael Hooper. And he's held up immediately by the All Blacks, but still inside the 22. And here is Scott Fardy, who was not involved in the starting 15 last week. And Cooper gets an early touch and bangs it away down towards the touchline. And Ben Smith declines the opportunity to go quickly.
Good first touch as well from Quade Cooper. And nice to see that they have the ability, Australia, to want to move the ball. Moved it first, phased it, opened up that right-hand kick for Cooper, and he struck it well. Good to see him have a great start back in Test rugby.
Coles throws and finds Whitelock immediately as the All Blacks drive in. And waiting for it to come back, but it's a penalty early against the Wallabies.
6 goals from the side.
Too far out for a kick. And already a bit of niggle, and I think we kind of expected this.
Let them go. Time off. Time off.
And right in the middle of it is the new man, Adam Coleman. I'd say he's probably on a mission.
Yeah, for sure.
End of story.
And I concur with what Ian Smith said just prior to kick-off, that Michael Cheika, he questioned attitude. He was a tough, uncompromising player at the best of times when he played, and he wouldn't have been thrilled with what he saw last week attitude-wise. It's all right to get beaten and get points put on you, but you've got to turn up, and really they didn't front last week. I would imagine that any sign of niggle, any confrontation tonight, Australia will not be backing down. They'll want to come forward, and Cheika would have instilled that this week.
Well, Coleman, one of the players who were penalised over the top there. So an attacking line-out for Dane Coles to throw to. This one is well over the top, and Kane is unmarked. And the All Blacks have it 10 out from the 22 with Aaron Smith. Charging onto it goes Reid, the captain. Looking for quick ball. Coles running straight into Moore, who timed his run very well, Stephen Moore. And they might have turned it over here, the Wallabies. And that's a great effort. And fighting his way downfield goes Scott Seo. And now the pass goes across to Sarevi, or Kirevi it is. And he's hacked it out on the full. Well, all the hard work done by initially Stephen Moore.
You mentioned it. It was the wrong option. He had 4 players outside him. Yes, it's deep in the 22, but a chance for early touches. The All Blacks were only going to be able to scramble. Instead, he opted for a poor kick off the wrong foot. And there's a turnover from Stephen Moore. If he confronts his opposite, Dane Coles did well.
All Blacks gone very deep, both line-out throws, both effective.
So this time, stretching up was Reid. And the All Blacks have it just out from the 22. And again, a bit of a push and a shove and a turnover. So the Wallabies have done well early here. All Blacks win the line out, but can't clear it.
Yeah. Hey. You give it.
Well, there's a little bit of niggle going on, and the Wallabies are obviously determined their attitude is going to be different.
Yep, and good to see. And it'll warm the hearts of many Australians who thought that that was missing last week. Good to see they are prepared to quite put pressure on as well. The line-out was catastrophic for him last week. Didn't work on their own ball, and they couldn't pinch it to the All Blacks there. They've got an early turnover. Yes, they didn't win it, but they put enough pressure on the catch and the All Black attempted drive as we front up for our first scrum of the evening.
Crutch. Bind.
Bit of Foley playing it second 5/8. And once again, the front rows are having a little bit of a confrontation.
Be patient between the courts. Both on the same time.
Wallaby scrum wasn't that bad last week. The problem really was the line out.
One personality change though, Joe Moody in on the far side, on the loose head side from New Zealand's point of view.
So look at that setup, really narrow for the Australians. They've got Cooper back deep. He won't kick from there. And Karevi, he looks like he wants to carry. Maybe an 8-9. And they'll phase first before kicking. Maybe phase a couple of times with the way they're set up.
Unstable scrum, so it'll be a free kick, which is taken quickly by Genia. And away goes Karevi, who's a very strong running midfielder. As Genia works it back, and Cooper slams it away down the field, and All Blacks not able to take it on the full. So now Smith coming down right about the halfway line, and Dagg did well to get there, but Pocock got a nice touch on it. And the Wallabies are back in possession inside All Black territory. Now here's Coleman, who's made a fiery start to the game, as the All Blacks in after the ball. Not there though for them, as Genia works it away for Foley, taken down in the tackle of Whitelock, as Genia probing short side, but no room there at all, as Pocock snaps it up. Good solid defence in close here by the All Blacks, as Retallick makes a strong tackle on Seo, and penalty.
Number 4. Yeah. It's not necessary. Come. Time off. Stephen. 5 goal. 5. You are 5.
He wants to have a chat with Adam Coleman. Hardly surprisingly.
Okay. Just too many scuffle from the start. Okay. Other word for the players. Number 4, diving on the floor. You must stay on their feet. Penalty against you. And I trust you to talk to your players.
Talk to yourself.
To leave that level of play.
Just
okay.
off the ball stuff after last week.
Okay.
Well, I would say fat chance that they talk to their players after that. Usually does happen. And he's not said anything, Stephen Moore, apart from keep it up.
Number 4. Time back on.
They just won't want to button off, will they, Smithy? They can ill afford to. They need to be aggressive.
They have to stay in the game. They've got to stay in the game as long as possible. By that, you gain confidence. I mean, Justin, you played enough sport against Australian sides. I have as well. You know, last week was just an aberration, really. You know they're going to bounce back. Whatever they do, they're going to be tougher.
Absolutely agree. Yeah, they're too competitive.
Coles throws, and the All Blacks win another clean line out. And Coles gets there to hold in the back. Now he slips it to Kano, and they're starting to make a little bit of progress here as they march it a couple of metres. Now Aaron Smith wants it, and off he goes. Beautiful little sidestep from the halfback. Now can he link up? Yes, he can. Gets it as far as Feki Toa, and cleared away quickly into the arms of Kane, and the ball put down. And play on as Ben Smith has it inside the 22 as Aaron Smith works it away. Barrett sends it to Franks in a gap. Here's Leonard Brown, pops it over the top, and there's the opening try. Israel Dagg.
Israel Dagg runs it in, but Anton Leonard Brown, your first test start, your first touch in test rugby was sensational. Don't forget the little man Aaron Smith down the blind side. There wasn't a lot on. And Foley, well, he was the one who fell off the tackle that let Aaron Smith then bang off the right foot. And from there, the All Blacks a little bit bundled it to the left. But this is Aaron Smith. There he goes, off the right. Picks up Fekitoa. Nice and strong from him over the advantage line as they swing it back. Look at this, brilliant from Franks to sum that up. Anton Leonard Brown over the top, brings in 2 defenders. Israel Dagg finishes with room to spare and players to spare.
Yeah, any better illustration of the way that the All Blacks used the width of this park to see the number of players they had available there on the outside. Just do that better than Australia. They do that better than most sides. Michael Cheika can't believe what's happened. There was a real scuffle again afterwards. Great feeling, but the All Blacks feeling is much higher at the moment.
It's taken 8 minutes for the opening try of the game. Well, he knows this ground so well. Beauden Barrett converts the try, and the All Blacks out to 7-0. Foley then to get going again, just goes short, hoping to regain the ball, but it's taken in by Dane Coles, and it's there for Aaron Smith. Waiting for Folau, and he never misses those, Israel Folau, and off he goes. Good effort though by Sam Whitelock to just hang on. The players flying in everywhere. Kane Douglas, and off it goes to Hooper. He's got the arm out here, and it's going to be a penalty.
Over the ball. Off your feet over the ball.
It's a fiery start. Scott Fardy's got a bit to say. Everybody's got a bit to say.
Yeah, they certainly have. So
5
Australia,
hands on the
full of
ground
aggression.
and 2
We've
over
seen
the
that.
ball.
But they've got to be accurate with that aggression. As Folau took it forward, it's a brilliant tackle, as you mentioned, by Sam Whitelock. Otherwise, he was away. But then from the ensuing breakdown, 2 or 3 Australian forwards just came in and didn't really clean anybody out. You've got to make sure you're accurate with your intensity and your aggression.
Well, there's none better under the high ball than Israel Folau. But just look at 1 or 2 of those missiles. One by Coleman. Here goes Pocock. Another penalty coming. Here's a kick across from Cooper, putting pressure on Dag, and it's been grabbed by Folau. So it looks like another penalty coming as the Wallabies hit the ruck hard. It's not going to come out of there though.
New advantage, 14.
But the penalty has been relocated.
Certainly has.
Don't talk. If we need to talk, I'm calling you.
Oh, that was
14, not rolling
very
away.
exceptional technique from Israel Folau. There were plenty
Just
of All
make
Blacks
sure
here,
the
and Israel
line-out is
Dag is
over when you
absolutely
advance, okay?
no
That
mug
was
in
an
the air.
advantage.
But Folau just climbed. That's twice we've seen his expertise in the air. A real tactic. Just outside the 22, Quade Cooper went for the
Stay
high
on the
kick,
line.
and
Stay
Folau
on
won
the
the
ball line.
contest.
Well, it's 3 penalties in a row against the All Blacks, 2 against Dane Coles and then 1 against Israel Dag. Yeah, I thought the option from Quade Cooper was a beauty, and the accuracy was fantastic. They're going to let Bernard Foley take the kicks at goal. Let's look at the technique again of the best in the world at grabbing these. And there's some good stuff around him too underneath, but he outweighed a lot of them and out-jumped them all.
And look at the eyes on the ball.
Yeah.
You know, he just watched it all the way. He wasn't worried about those 2 All Black players that are right there in the contact zone. You know, kids at home, any aspiring rugby player, that's how you go up for the high ball. Keep your eye and awareness on where you want to be, time your jump, and secure it onto the chest, which Folau did, and I totally agree. He's very close to the best in the world at it.
Bernard Foley. And the Wallabies are on the board after the early All Black try at 7-3.
It's very appropriate we take a look at that bench, because they are going to be so important around the 60-minute mark. So often the All Blacks dominate the last phases of test matches. That has to be part of the attitude that Czech is looking for as well.
Barrett's kick. Again, it's Hooper. Got away from the flying Savia, but took it outside the 22, and an All Black penalty.
Side and 3.
So Romain Poit going to the whistle early in this test match. And you'd imagine the All Blacks will take the 3, or take the opportunity of the 3.
Well, that's weak. It's soft to concede a penalty in that area, just straight off a kick-off. And again, I mentioned earlier at a breakdown where they had some players going in aggressively and not doing their role, not fulfilling it by taking a player out there. That's just simplistic entry for Australia, who had secured the ball and then were about to exit with a kick, and they could concede 3 for it. They've got to get that area right.
Over 200 points now in Test rugby for Beauden Barrett. problems again. So back to a 7-point margin.
And this is another area where the Wallabies were very weak last week. The restart. Foley's was not accurate enough for them to compete often enough, and they had plenty of restarts to work on. Change in attitude, change in depth maybe this week.
Foley again goes short, but once again just pushed it into the arms of Dane Coles. So the All Blacks have it cleanly. Off it goes for Ben Smith. Hasn't got a lot of depth on this kick. And the competition is good. It's been snapped up by Fekitoa. Now Aaron Smith works away to Barrett. Pushed it onto the left boot. They made a very good job of it too, Baden Barrett. Minutes gone in the test, and the line-outs, that one was short as Kane goes thundering in to Hooper. Aaron Smith clears it away. Barrett works away for Fekitoa, and Ben Smith left it, and it's into touch behind Israel Dag.
What was better there defensively for Australia was last week they were very lateral. So as a defending, their steps are more lateral than forward. That time they were prepared to come forward. There was an overlap on the outsides. We see Sam Whitelock pinch the line out with one hand.
So Moore throws again. Oh, he's thrown it directly to the All Blacks now. That's a variation on the theme. There's a good run here from Kane. Aaron Smith clears it away for Dad. Sends it off to Coles. Dane Coles smashes past Ashley Cooper, and he's hurt too. The winger's in trouble.
No, number one.
As the All Blacks swing it away. Barrett away for Retallick. Leonard Brown gave a lovely pass, but it couldn't hang on to it in Guinea. So he's playing advantage here for the knock-on by the All Blacks, and there is no advantage. Let's have a look at Ashley Cooper. I'm not sure that he's
concussion.
Not quite
got to be a concussion. He just bounced off Coles. Many do, but that was not good.
I think he got the hip, didn't he, Smithy?
Yep.
Around that region. He went low, but Dane Coles with his step sort of took him by surprise. He doesn't often go direct, Dane Coles. He's strong and tough, but he has got good footwork, and I think he just caught him with his footwork. Here's the line-out steal first. You can see Sam Whitelock goes up, wins that time with two hands. Previously it was one. You can see there, that's the footwork that throws Ashley Cooper, and he pretty much gets the elbow right on top of the head there. So as he cuts back in and bangs him off, he's certainly suffered a knock to the head area, and it looks like he's going for a test, is he, Smithy?
Yeah, he's going down the tunnel. Reece Hodge is on in jersey 23. Boy, they had some bad luck in the backs in the last 90 minutes of rugby. Goodness me.
Well, it was Tamua last week that suffered a head knock, and he didn't pass the concussion test, did he? So that changed caused I should say, real change in the back line. And let's hope Ashley Cooper gets through it okay, and he's all right to come back out and continue in this match.
So Reece Hodge on debut.
Crunch! Bind! Set!
This time he's on the full-blown penalty. So the Wallabies pretty happy about their scrum.
Corrupting.
Okay, Justin, analyse this for us.
Looked like a straight slip to me. Both players went down pretty quickly. He was a bit bemused, Franks, wasn't he? Romain Poit was in a better position and adjudged that it was Franks' problem. How's that, Nisbo? Analysed?
That'll do. Kane Douglas and Adam Coleman. And there's Coleman winning the line out and doing a good job. As Pocock is taken in, but it'll be there for Will Genia. Looking blindside at the moment. Now he looks to the open side. And he's got his captain standing there. So Moore just gets it over the advantage line. Now Genia looking at the blindside this time. And Karevi makes the run. Genia gets the call from the inside. And Foley. All Blacks not allowing too many gaps in close. Now here's Moore. Could open up a little as Falau is in the action. Karevi. Good tackle made by his opposite, Fekitoa. Looking for quick ball, and again they're not getting it. All Blacks in the road. Fekitoa is going to be penalised. Down goes Hooper. Smashed to the ground. And I think the whistle's blown. Yes, it has.
Taka not running away, throwing down.
Well, it's the law, and referee to the letter of it from Roman Puat. He was in a bad compromised position, was Malakai Fekitoa. You can see there he's trying to roll away, he's trying to do his very best. He made a good aggressive tackle, but it's too slow for Australia, and the snap-on effect of that is the fact that when it's that slow, the defence can come forward, so it needed to be penalised, even though he couldn't really do a great deal about getting out of there.
Exceptionally good work from Sekope Kepu in midfield in the earlier phase, though. He attracted a lot of attention from an All Black defensive line, which was really up in his face. His ability to offload freed them up to the left. So that was good work from the big prop. Now, this is a slightly more difficult kick, this from Bernard Foley on the angle. But as I said earlier, there's no real breeze to worry about tonight. Good kicking conditions.
Absolutely agree with what you said, and who he did free up was Quade Cooper, and I think at the moment he's just been passing the ball on, but if Australia are going to be successful tonight, he needs to engage the line. He needs to take it to the line and do more than just pass all night.
Gets it up again, and another good kick from Foley.
Don't hold the players, okay?
And Australians celebrate.
Don't hold the players around the ruck.
A second penalty, 10 points to 6, and we are already a quarter of a way through the game. Very different game to what we saw 7 days ago, so far anyway. It's Barrett. Again, punching it down inside the 22. Falau. Lays it back for Genia. Now back for Cooper. And not such a good clearance from Quade Cooper. Intent on getting it well and truly over the hoardings.
Sam Kane in the half-back position.
All Blacks line out working well. As Coles, the thrower, rushes in to join. Noah pops back, and it comes off the foot of Aaron Smith. Now Leonard Brown gets it off to Barrett in a bit of space. Barrett cruising his way through. Dag again. And Israel Dag scores again.
Oh, great finish from Israel Dag, but simply not good enough from Australia defensively. With the greatest respect to the All Black attack, it was just a simple transition pass. We're not going to award the try yet, Romain. Clark wants to have a little bit of a look at something that's happened earlier.
Yeah, I can tell you what it is. Did Aaron Smith knock it on right from the start? That's what he's looking at. Was there a little touch of the hand?
I think he shinned it. I absolutely think he shinned it.
I'm pretty sure what that Sean Veldsman is going to look at. Otherwise, nothing else to look at.
Yeah, straight off the foot.
No right hand involved there, eh?
No.
Okay.
This is one of those ones where they try to look too hard. It's simply come off the foot, get on with it. You try to convince yourself you've seen something different.
Come on, Sean.
Yes, from my view, what I saw, he kicked the ball and didn't touch the ball with his right hand.
There's no clear and obvious knock-on,
For
so
me
you
as
can
well.
avoid.
Thank you. Time back on. Try.
So there it is. Try awarded to Israel Dag. And it looked pretty easy. They allowed Beauden Barrett to run forever. And then, as you say, Justin, great finish.
It was a great finish, but they needed to do better. Catastrophic for Australia was the fact that Karevi, he fell over. He was trying to go on the drift. He got held by Fikitoa's line anyway and went on the drift, and as he went on that, he slipped over. But there's enough Australian players there to make Israel Dag have to do more. He made it look pretty easy. He is a good finisher for sure, and really, that's a big body blow for Australia at an important stage of the game.
Just a word too for Leonard Brown. It was his pass back to the advancing Barrett. He read that play really well. Obviously they've worked on it during the week, but he slotted in nicely.
Looked to bring it around Beauden Barrett, not able to do so. So 15 points to 6.
There's that pass there back to Barrett, which gave him the opportunity to run from deeper, and then he exposed the Australians, as Justin has pointed out. And to add to the problems, the news on Ashley Cooper is he will not be back.
Okay, so that's another blow for the Wallabies. Again, the short kick-off. This time they are competitive. Ball is there and knocked on initially by the All Blacks. So Reece Hodge is going to be with us for the rest of the evening.
Well, they went for the setup last week, Australia. Look at Israel Folau, who's the most dangerous ball carrier, was last week and always looks dangerous with ball in hand if he can get it on the front foot. Quade Cooper's right at the very back. As we look at it now, it's certainly on, as we look at it, for them to go right. If they can get a little 8-9 or a good set, straight scrum.
Scrum struggling. And Aaron Smith's got it. And Barrett immediately unloads downfield. And Cooper going back, and this is going to pull up short of the line. And he's got to be tied up here. So Genia is going to look deep in his in-goal area. And Foley does well to get it away. He hasn't got it out, though, and Dag takes it. Hands it off to Ben Smith. Now there's a bit of space for Pekitoa, at least it was Xavier. Kane pops it back again. Aaron Smith, lovely skills. Now he lobs the pass across. And Ben Smith hands it up to Kano. Here's Reed. Aaron Smith again. Ben Smith, a decent crack at the line. Wallabies getting hands in there and penalised. Well, you'd have to say when the All Blacks get the ball in hand like that, Justin, they almost always look like they're going to score.
Look very dangerous. They certainly do. Bit of claret for Stephen Moore, and the All Blacks are going to want to continue to try and keep the pressure on here. They're going to opt for the touch rather than the points.
Actually thought Australia defended better though, Justin. The All Blacks tried to stretch them wide on both sides, and they actually defended better man for man.
Are they square?
Well, we've already seen 2 line-out turnovers and now a scrum tight hit as well. And if you can't get your set piece right, you're going to put yourself under pressure in other areas of the game. Sam Cane again set at halfback. Last time the All Blacks did drive, but with Aaron Smith at the front there in the 9 jersey, they also have a variation where they can bring it down and he gets it out to the backs.
Coles finds his man. Vardy not in a great spot. Now, here they go. Inside the 5 metres, still going. Aaron Smith looking for the ball quickly. Intercept by Genia, who just tripped as he got the ball. Now back it goes. And the clearance made by the new man, Hodge. And he scrambles it out. All Blacks have gone quickly. Game continues. No, it doesn't. No.
How did Genia steal that?
Yeah, Genia read it really well. He had to, though, Smithy, because the position he came up on was in between the passer, Aaron Smith, and another player on the outside, and by compromising himself like that, he simply had to take the intercept, or the right-hand touch was exposed. Look, this is not good enough from the referees. Jaco Popa there, he's not prepared to even watch. You see he turns his back on it, and Ben Smith in the meantime has caught it and it's gone quickly. You've got to keep an eye on it. They'll know the All Blacks want to play.
So Coles throws. That's surely a penalty. It's got to be a penalty. He'll play on again here as Kano.
Number 5 was it?
Inside the 22, playing under a penalty advantage. As off it goes to Barrett. Now the kick. And nicely taken.
Jumping across,
But
jumping across.
we'll come back to the penalty.
I think there could be an issue here for Dane Coles.
Yeah. Time off.
I watched the breakdown, and as he came in for the clean out on Fardy, I think he might have got him with a sneaky forearm a bit high.
Let's go.
Foley wasn't happy. Let's listen. But I suspect that's what this is about.
You got the penalty for jumping across.
Yeah, jumping across.
Steven, back please. And then on the clear up, there's a swinging arm. I'm not sure where he strikes him, so we got to have a look.
Okay. TMO call. Do we have the number? Sean, can we check on this ruck form?
Okay.
If there are swimming arm as a cleaning out by a black player, please.
Okay, we'll do that for you.
And where does he land?
So it'll be Dane Coles we're looking at. Fardy was the man over the ball on the ground.
It's coming, guys. It's Blake 2.
He's pretty much got Kano first. So he's got Kano with the forearm, and then his shoulders sort of, top of his shoulder, forearm bicep has hit Fardy, but it's not acceptable. It'll be a penalty, and only just a penalty, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mind you, they do treat the head region as striking, maybe a bit more serious.
Can you remind those were all the angles confirmed by the broadcaster?
From my view, we got an advantage for jumping across at the line out by 4 gold. Then reverse against number 2, using his arm to clean out the players on the ground, number 6 gold. Is that correct for you?
I agree.
Okay. Captain? We got an advantage for jumping across at the line out for you. Yeah. Number 2, use his hand, his arm to clean out, penalty reverse.
Yes.
Hey, just, I won't talk all the game with you guys about the discipline and about foreplay.
Yeah. Perfect.
Now that's really the right time to have a word.
No worries. Can we have a second have a word?
Yeah.
Wait, come in, Paul.
So there we are. The All Blacks had a penalty. It's been reversed. And he took the opportunity, Romain Poit, to have a bit of a chat.
Yeah, he did. It's a difficult one for Dane Coles. I understand what he's trying to do there. Fardy's on the ground, he's over the board, and he's compromising the placement and the speed of the All Blacks ball. But when a player's that low with his head that far down to the ground and still protecting the ball, you have to get your technique absolutely perfect to try and get a shoulder on or get the clean right.
Jumping across.
And
cleaning out.
I think Jerome Kano felt it more than what Fardy did, and Fardy's reaction was that did clock me, but I'm okay, but I think it's a penalty.
Well, Stephen Moore's got a bigger issue, and that's finding a target here on a regular basis.
It's a wild slap at the ball, and Pocock has to tidy up for the Wallabies. Now Genia, all charged. Cooper's going to have to grab it. And he's nailed by Kane, but he did well to lay it back. Quade Cooper, now Genia. Quick hands, or it's an awkward pass too, which Pocock did well to bring in. And that's got to be a penalty. Pocock had every opportunity to release the ball.
Well, check out the work of the All Black lock, Brady Retallick here. How quickly, now watch how quickly he regains his feet and gets his hands on the ball. So he doesn't get over the breakdown and then try and find the ball. Immediately he gets his hands, big long limbs on the ball and starts fighting for it straight away. So as they bring it across, Guinea spots a little bit of an opportunity. It's shoveled to Pocock, who's compromised. There's Retallick, goes down, gets back up, hands on the ball. And Pocock refuses to let it go.
And also compare the way they, as in Australia, are unable to transfer the ball amongst forwards like the All Blacks were last week in close quarters. That's the difference here. The last pass was the issue, really, because that was just awful. The All Blacks last week was sublime at passing in close quarters.
Barrett from wide out, and this time pulls it across the face, and it remains 15 points to 6, just under 10 minutes remaining, first half. Foley from the 22, claimed by Savia. Now Ben Smith takes it hard into contact just on the Wallaby side of halfway. Barrett, and taken on his own. Israel Dagg. Australia didn't put anyone up there as Barrett shovels on. Leonard Brown moves it across. Reid is in the mix. Now Savia taken to the ground by his opposite Haylett Petty, as Smith again swings it away. And a rare mistake made by Retallick, just snatching at the ball and knocking it on.
Tell you what was noticeable there is when Australia were defending, as the handling errors are probably too high from the All Blacks, who seek perfection, was the big bow. Here's the Israel Dagg attack on the ball. And it is an attack. He goes up, keeps his eye on it and brings it down. And here's the pass to Retallick, who just had a little bit of a peek at Pocock. That was better, but just previous to that, there's a real kink in the defensive line for Australia that they need to sort out quickly.
Fine. Elbow, Scott. Have him. Set. Yes, Scott, elbow. Have him. Oh, look at the angle.
Well, again, the scrum is a bit of a shambles.
So the key defender here for the All Blacks is Aaron Smith. As we look at it there, you can see with the Australian setup, if they go left, they've got a 4-on-3 already. And if you bring Guinea into it, who takes a couple of steps, he'll hold the flank of Sam Cane. And they might be able to manipulate something, I should say, with the likes of Folau and Cooper. So Aaron Smith, you can see there, he won't go tight to the scrum. He needs to stay out and be that defender that joins with the line. He's ahead of them, so you have to wait a little, go lateral. You can see there, he's just talking to Anton Leonard Brown, saying, right, I'll come across, just wait for me, and let's stay in a line.
Fine. Have him. Elbow. Set. Yes, build.
Right, Kenya gets it in. Oh, a bit of pressure there. No one striking for it. And he's got the All Blacks this time for screwing the scrum.
Not forward, side.
So promoting it up on the loose head side, actually coming around the other way.
Well, it's twice he's pinged Owen Franks.
Let's go.
Once for collapsing, one for going in on the angle. And they're going to have a crack. Foley from halfway.
Please.
Boy, you'd think this is at the tip-top of his range, Mitty, wouldn't you? There's no wind, though, is there, whatsoever?
No, not really anything that's going to trouble him. Have seen him kick vital goals from halfway, taking mine back a couple of years.
In fact, is he going to kick it or is it Hodge?
It might be Reece Hodge, in fact.
He's taken it back. It's actually in Wallaby territory. It's by a couple of metres.
About time, Michael Cheika said then.
Yeah,
he was wanting that scrum penalty, wasn't he?
So from his own side of halfway, distance is not a problem. That is a massive kick. 15 points to 9.
That smashed into the hoardings over the dead ball line at the back on the full. He was 53 metres there. Bang! Right over the ball, and he really launches into it. That's an excellent kick from Hodge.
That's a confidence booster. Barrett goes short. Just the 10 metres, but nicely read by Foley. Back it goes, Cooper.
Stay gold in front, stay you!
Again finding the grass. The All Blacks comfortably in control of this inside their own 22. And Barrett
Stay!
dragged down by Hooper and got his kick away, Beauden Barrett. Well, they were staying in the fight, aren't they?
They are. It's not a bad net gain. It was a good kick from Quay Cooper. He found
There is
the
mark
grass
for
and
you,
also
Black.
followed his own kick up there.
Please,
And
Black.
so from the kick-off, they've got an opportunity. They need to get this area right, those Smithy, the line out, don't they?
Well, you'd expect Stephen Moore to be better than what he has, because it's just been so bad. The All Blacks have had so much confidence about getting up there.
Finally, they do win it. They didn't throw it straight.
Twice,
He balked, I think.
Oh, balked, yeah.
twice.
Well, that's a sign of nervousness, isn't it, really? The All Blacks go quickly.
Yeah, they do. Barrett works it away for Feki Toa. Ben Smith held up just in Australian territory. Aaron Smith, flat pass. Whitelock did an excellent job to free it up. Now Barrett, lovely fend.
Backward!
Now Coles playing like a back, and off he goes. Smith waits again.
Use it, Black!
Making a lot of ground with the kick. Loose ball is claimed by Will Genia.
Stop!
And not a particularly good kick.
Okay.
Now Ben Smith will have to try and run this out. Chased and able to evade the tacklers.
Oh, hang on.
Severe.
No, it's Ben Smith got taken out by a shoulder.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Card.
It's definitely a card. He hit him late, and it's not bad. Ben Smith's pretty tough, but he just didn't stop. You could see his mindset, and I thought, you've got to pull out of this, mate.
5.
Well, this guy's seen the red mist so far right through the game.
You keep calm, okay? We see everything, we try to see everything, but you keep calm. No retaliation. Play on. Let's go, 10. Let's go.
So down to 10 men.
It really
down to 10
was.
men. Down to 14.
Down to 14.
Yeah.
They wouldn't want to be playing with 10 tonight, Australia. They're struggling with 15, but this wasn't good enough. It's not a really bad one, but it's just silly. Look. Just no need.
Well, it's a really bad time to just before half-time to go a man down and
6.
concede territory.
You sure? 6.
So we've got Dean Mumm jogging on in jersey 20, and that's for Fafadi, who looks a little bemused about the situation. Doesn't he?
He does. Doesn't look happy. Such a shame. That was silly from Coleman. He just made a really important tackle on Coles as well. Previous to that, Coles was nearly away. He made a great scrambling tackle and then does something cynical like that that costs his team.
Well, I think he's also cost Fardy his job too, as Kano releases up for Leonard Brown. And the All Blacks working away blindside. Now Coles in a bit of space. And off he goes down that left wing side. But the Wallabies make their tackles. Yes, they brought a bigger man on, haven't they, Dean Mumm?
Yeah, they have.
Now Stephen Moore's gone down.
Throw her on the ground. Throw her. Time off.
Oh, he looks in real problem.
Well, they could probably just bring Pilota now on anyway. Not long left in the first half, and he's bleeding, Stephen Moore, anyway, so it could just be a blood bin replacement. Doesn't cost them a reserve. There's Dean Mumm. He's come onto the field with Fardy going off and Coleman sitting in the bin, cooling his heels.
I got him.
Adam Ashley Cooper already out of the game. Not quite as bad as last week, but it's still bad for the Wallabies, losing key players.
It will be a blood bin. The numbers have gone up, so Pilota now on in jersey 16 for the Wallabies. He'll join for this throw.
Oh, he runs into a boot.
Oh, not pleasant at all, is it? He's not got the new modern-day multi-plastic tags, flash boots either, Dane Coles. They're a good set of metal studs he's got on there. Stephen Moore's worn in the face.
So Pilota now comes into the game and immediately has to throw to the line out. And the two new players combine to win the ball as Dean Mumm drags it in.
Number 1.
And the penalty against Joe Moody.
Number 1. Tackling player in the mall. 1.
So Stephen Larkham and Michael Checker ready to head to the sheds in about less than a minute.
I tell you what, the both of them, there's Michael Checker, and you could see there also Stephen Larkham was having a word to the trainer who may pass the message on. They would be thrilled to go in equal at half-time, but even more so just to get snaffle 3 here at the finish, wouldn't they?
On the line,
better than 32-3, Justin.
It certainly is.
So Pilota now with half a minute remaining in the half. Again, it's Mumm. So he's made an immediate impact. Line out working well. Pilota now holds it in the back. And they might just try and milk a penalty here somehow.
Well, Hodge could kick it from anywhere. We've seen that.
Yeah, that's right.
Distance-wise.
Pilota now again. Now it goes to ground, so they'll have to release. And Genia away to Foley. Here's Cooper, the inside pass. And taken in by Haylett Petty. As Genia looks across, finds Pocock. Here's Hooper in a little bit of space. Genia again. Cooper for Kepu. As they work into a midfield position as Cooper swings it wide, but the All Black defence holding up, just moving it across that 10-metre line. Now Cooper once more for Pocock. Runs smack into Sam Kane.
9-7.
Genia. Well, that's bounced off a chest, and the All Blacks looking to counter through Leonard Brown. Off he goes. The debutant took a bit of putting down as well. So the All Blacks could strike as Smith. Away it goes, Barrett, quick hands. That's thrown forward by Franks. But he's let it go. Aaron Smith again. Here's Ben Smith up the centre, finding Retallick. He releases. Nice control in there. I think it might have been Owen Franks again.
It was excellent hands.
Now here's Barrett, works it away. Kane for Sabia. Wallabies defence holding up a lot better though. As Aaron Smith again. Leonard Brown had to reach down and grab it. Feki Toa. Again, a good tackle made on him. Ball bounces loose. Cooper's in after it, but Retallick's beaten them for it. And that's come off the boot of Aaron Smith and put his forwards accidentally offside. The whistle blows, half-time at the stadium in Wellington. The All Blacks have scored 2 tries to 0. And they lead at the break by 15 points to 9. So we're going sideline now. Carlton Arnold with Jerome Kano.
Well, I mean, a very different Wallaby team this week.
Yeah, we expected that. After last week's performance, you know, we knew they were going to come out firing. As you saw in the early exchanges, there's a lot of feeling out there, and that was expected. So, yeah, we've just got to execute down in their red zone and hopefully come away with points every time we come here.
where you're executing your passes and interplay between backs and forwards, allowing you to stress them on the outside?
Yeah, I think first things first, we've got to go direct. You know, the passes will come and those back balls will come if we just get direct and get physical.
Good luck for that second stanza, my man.
Cheers, mate.
Highly competitive first half here at Westpac Stadium in Wellington, and it's the All Blacks leading at the break by 15 points to 9. $15 points to 9, half-time, the All Blacks lead. Let's head inside the All Black sheds. Assistant coach Ian Foster with Ian Smith.
Well, Ian, they've come to play, there's no doubt about it this week. How have you read it so far?
Yeah, they have. I mean, we knew that, didn't we? We knew they'd come with a lot more attitude. They're certainly bringing that, particularly around the breakdown and making it really hard to get a flow on. So, and we haven't been efficient enough, really. We've sort of probably tried to play a little bit loose, a little bit wide too early, and haven't respected the aggression they're bringing.
So that's been the emphasis in the talk?
Oh, definitely, and I think we figured it out for spells in that first half, which was good. But then we, went away from it, and they keep getting up and smacking us. We just got to be watchful.
Hope it gets better. Thank you.
Cheers.
Ian Foster there. Bledisloe Cup. All Blacks have got one hand on it, and victory tonight will mean it'll stay in New Zealand for another year.
Okay.
Adam Coleman still has 5.5 minutes remaining in the bin. So Australia is starting the second half with 14 players.
One of which is their named captain, Stephen Moore, who has come back from the blood bin heavily strapped around the forehead, but he's back.
Kick a goal. Kick a goal. Let's go.
Right, so whistle goes, and we are underway in the second half again. The short kick, and hit an All Black player, so that's okay. Oh, hang on. It's gone the All Black way.
It did. It hit Julian Severe. They left it Australia, and Severe came in and hit him in the chest. So technically, that should have been play on.
Yeah,
the All Blacks played it.
Yeah, I agree. And have a look at this.
No, he doesn't. He turned his shoulder.
Yeah, that's a bad call.
That's my view. I could be wrong, but that's my view.
Square
Right, options here are plenty for the All Blacks to make an early statement. Barrett's gone left with Leonard, Brown and Severe.
Mark here.
They've got Cooper, he's defending on the wing in the orange boots, and he's quite deep. He's out of shot. That's how deep he is.
Fine.
So you'd think it's on to the right to Ben Smith and co out that way. Fikatai outside him.
Penalty.
Inching.
Well, they're a man short in the scrum.
It's the third time in this match that side of the scrum has been penalised. Twice Franks.
Leave it. Oh.
Now once CO.
Leave it. Inching.
Trying to sort it out, aren't they?
Leave it, number one.
It's very verbal, isn't it? Not sure there's any conclusion.
Well, it's a bit rough, isn't it, really, on Australia? Because they shouldn't have really been in a position of having a halfway scrum after what happened at the kickoff. It was clearly the All Blacks touching the ball and play on, and now they've conceded a penalty on halfway. However, the All Blacks didn't opt to kick. They opted to go for touch. Let's see what they can conjure up after Ian Foster saying they need to be more direct.
Line-out's been a feature of the All Black play so far. Here's Barrett, pops the pass up, and good strong defence by the Wallabies. Now the captain, Kieran Reid, heading straight up the centre. Next man up is Kano, and they certainly are challenging up through the centre as Coles picks it up and goes inside the 22. Now Reid again, short pass. In the Wallaby defence closing in. Barrett with the flat kick, and pretty well read by Cooper. And he collides with Savia, and the ball is still in play as the two players pick themselves up 50-odd metres away as the All Blacks look to counter-attack again. Fekitoa gives it away for Leonard Brown. Good tackle by Reece Hodge. long sequence of play here as Dagg swings it away for Reed. Short pass to Franks. Smith there quickly. Now Barrett works the inside again, and Fekitoa bounces out of one. As the attack continues inside the 22, and Smith again. Moody works it away. Dagg looking for a bit of space, not there though, and the whistle went.
Forward pass.
And it looks like Savi is up, Cooper's up, so all is well with the world.
He's not good though. He's got a decent knock, I think, Smithy, hasn't he, to the thigh, watching him off.
Yeah, I thought it might have been his right knee he was holding, just a bit tender on the outside of the right knee. Quade Cooper with that collision. Severe stayed down a little while as well, it's fair to say. Australia's defence, Justin, again a little bit more direct, a little bit in the face of the All Blacks, forcing an error.
Yeah, it was. That was Cooper actually who came forward. This is a crossfield kick and the collision. You see what Barrett was trying to do. Cooper goes up and they collide in the air, both going for the ball. This is a great angle of it. From our Sky team there, nice and close to the action. You can see both players staying down as well, but you're right, yes. Bit of time left for Coleman. He's got 2 minutes left in the bin. But they are coming forward better this week, Smithy. I agree with you on defence.
Wyatt Crockett might be getting ready. Yes, Argentina against South Africa. Great viewing time, isn't it? 7:30 tomorrow morning. South Africa getting home in the first test. Now the game is in Argentina. To be the Kurandrani.
It's just, while we're watching Quade Cooper get back into the action, just have a think about, I think, you know, having him back in Test rugby is brilliant. But when you think of Quade Cooper and the way that he likes to play the game, with his footwork, his ability to go to the line, he's got a great offloading game. You know, he can hold the ball in one hand, set players free. He's done none of that this evening, has he? Now, whether that's because he's not got the right ball, it's the game plan of Australia, I would just like to see his mercurial skills on display with ball in hand a lot more, because he can free some players into space, but he's just been slightly deep and a little bit more happy to offload the pass, shovel it across, than engage the line tonight.
And so often also Foley's been the first receiver, as he is again tonight, with Cooper under the posts.
Yeah.
Set.
And you just wonder whether shifting him around as we get a free kick. So that scrum was a bit of a shambles. You know, Smithy, they've had him on the wing. He's now at fullback. He's not really playing first five for the entire game, so you kind of lose your rhythm because you're not in one position for that game and for turnovers where he's most dangerous.
Wallabies successfully slowing it down here because they know their man will be back in about 90 seconds. So away goes Ben Smith. This one coming down just in Australian territory and easily taken by Genia, and he slips away from a couple. Genia, great run. Now he's in a bit of space, but he hasn't got any support at the moment. Now it's there in the form of Michael Hooper, and the Wallabies with a great opportunity as Genia gets it away for Moore, and Genia gets it again. Now Douglas, the All Black defence working well as Genia gets it back for Cooper, and penalty.
No, that's enough, that's enough, that's enough.
And again it was a confrontation between a couple of players, and quite clearly it was the Wallaby who's been picked out.
Well, again, that's a classic example of what I was just talking about. Very good break from Will Genia. They're over the advantage line.
Without the ball.
And then the decision-making from there on in is just not good enough. They're not hurtling onto the ball, taking it at pace. A bit of claret for Bloodmore, for Stephen Moore. He is Bloodmore.
Yes. Good name for a racehorse.
It is actually.
Yes.
Adam Coleman back into the fray, 15 v 15.
Boy, this was magic from Will Genia.
Time off.
We certainly didn't see any of this in the first test.
From here, this is where they just lose. They lose their direction, Australia. Where they've got to get it right from a line break like that.
Thrown in by Coles, one by Reed. So 15 on 15. As the All Blacks take it just to halfway. Smith's kick. Dag charging up after it. Oh, and he's got it too, Israel Dag. Beautifully done again. Quick ball for Aaron Smith. Now they spin it wide. Barrett in space. Sends it off to Ben Smith. Savia for the corner. Oh! And he scores.
What a finish. He had some work to do. Isn't it a great sight? World Rugby seeing Julian Savia, the bus, finish in style. Well, you have to go back to the right winger as well. Israel Dag in the air against Quade Cooper. He won that contest. And then watch how a very good pass on the run at speed can set up a try and beat a player. There's the win for Dag. Both of them up, managed to secure it. And as they swing it across, this pass from Barrett, runs, that pass got on the outside of Haylett Petty. Barrett's acceleration, but also the timing of that pass. And well, Smithy, talk us through that finish from the bus.
Well, it was on my touchline. You're right with that flat pass, took out two players, and it made Haylett Petty weak on the defensive side for Ben Smith. And that just low body position and out-and-out desire that maybe has been lacking a couple of times throughout the season. Not anymore, not in this jersey anyway. What a great finish, very satisfying for the All Black camp all round. Tough kick.
Barrett from the sideline, and what a good kick that is.
What got me about the whole thing is where's Folau under the high ball all of a sudden?
Yeah, because they're putting Cooper back there.
Yeah.
So they're compromising by putting him in a different position. And because of that, he's not in the position to catch the ball.
Sorry. 10 goals.
Got a change coming up here, I think, before the kickoff. Yes.
Well, we've got Stephen Moore going for Pelota now.
Oh, the captain, sorry.
I think they're going to rush him round to the blood dun again.
We go.
3 tries now for the All Blacks, all scored by the wingers. As the kickoff goes to Kano. Smith will kick. Easily taken by Folau, and he got his pass away to Foley under some real pressure. Now Genia serves it up. Folau stayed up in the line. Genia again. Now Cooper. Blacks marking up on the individual players. Not missing any tackles, but conceding a penalty though.
I wonder if Hodge has a crack at this.
On the ball, slowing down.
Yeah, he's full of confidence. Just give it to me.
Shot. Post.
Just want to take you back to this try and show you how nice transition there from Kane. Now when Barrett, he looks up and then he decides to put the accelerator down, and just as we pause it there, they've got the numbers to drift. But as we roll it on, how the pass gets Ben Smith on the outside, by getting that pass out in front and pushing it, meant that Ben Smith could then draw him past the last defender for Savia to finish. Brilliant from Barrett. Such a small micro skill, but the difference it makes in creating the overlap and scoring the try is massive.
Hodge with the kick. Again, it's massive, but this time it's away.
Look at that, South African, Australian and a New Zealander all together having a good time. Sounds like the start of a good joke, that, doesn't it? But
that's a bit,
Let's
or
go
a bad
now.
joke.
Yeah.
Barrett goes short, cleverly done. Puts Kano into a bit of space. Now Aaron Smith, back to Barrett. More regular sort of a kick. Cooper rises, Cooper grabs it. Now he's got a release. Kenya. Away for the man who spent 10 minutes in the bin, Adam Coleman. Now, here is Karevi, looks to free up.
Option black.
His wing for a quarter, but the All Blacks not allowing too much space.
Kian, option. Line out or scrum. Line out or scrum.
Two front row changes now for the Wallabies. Slipper and 17 for Scott Seo.
1 and 3
Alan
goal.
Alatoa and jersey 18 for Sukopi Kepu.
I think the All Blacks are countering, Smithy.
Yeah, going to go exactly the same the other way. So Charlie Faumuina and Wyatt Crockett on for Joe Moody and Owen Franks.
I'd just like to make a point on Owen Franks. If you watch this game and get an opportunity to see it again, or you have noticed the work of Owen Franks in this test match, I think it's been one of his very best. He was heavily involved in the first try. He got a nice pass away that set it up for Dag, and he's had a very good game on defence. I think he's had a brilliant test match.
So he's completed his 82nd test match, Owen Franks, as Coles gives it off to Smith. And the All Blacks move it across, Fekitoa. Now Ben Smith, a kick for Savia to chase onto, but Falau in good position. And swings it across. And the Wallabies just out from their own 22 with Genia. And Cooper with a flat pass to Karevi. Well, there was never enough space, and the flag's gone up. So Owen Franks is rapidly approaching his 83rd test, which is the record for a player in a test who hasn't actually scored a try. Mind you, James Slipper's not much better. Here's Savia in midfield. Plants it there for Smith. Now the little kick through from Fekitoa. Here comes Israel Dag. Falau has it under control at the moment. The All Blacks trying to counter ruck here and doing a good job of it. And they've won it. So Coles unloads it for Leonard Brown. And he's held up inside the 22. The Wallabies trying to keep him up there as well, but now they go to ground. And it's going to be tough to bring away. And so a turnover.
Hey, stop.
Yes, Owen Franks, 82 test matches with no tries. Salvatore Perugini, 83 tests with no tries. James Slipper, 79th test, no tries.
Well, I guess if you ask any of them and ask them why they haven't scored, they'll probably just confidently tell you that they prefer to set them up.
Yeah. But you came early. That wasn't like the first one.
Tell the difference when they're
I'm walking about both.
Well, let's look at Anton Leonard Brown on debut. Some nice touches early on. This was his first, and that was brilliant. Just the awareness to bring in two players and recognise that if he went to ground there, maybe they missed the opportunity. It's been nice and direct. He's got good footwork. You can see there, good vision as well. He's strong in the contact. And every time that he's been asked to carry, he's done it well, and he stays in play here, which is excellent. You know, very easy to be pushed over the touchline there, stays in the fight, gets back to his feet. So far, absolutely has justified his selection, Smithy. It's been an excellent test debut.
Certainly has. They keep bringing them in, they keep performing, and thinking of coming back in. Stephen Moore is back into the front row. This All Blacks scrum, new front row, might have something to say about this spot.
Fine. Set.
He's slipping with a big angle. We're not trying to do an angle, we're trying to stay nice and square.
Scrums have not been pretty tonight, have they, Nisbo? They've been very messy.
Unstable, yeah.
Lots of penalties, and it just hasn't been clean, and there's not been a lot of clean scrum attack because of it.
Crutch. Fine. Set.
So again, he gets it in. Holding for the moment.
Stay up, stay up, stay up.
Still holding. And in the end, now disintegrating. So where is it? It's still on the Wallaby side by the look of it.
Yeah, Pocock did well at the back.
There's Moore.
Use it!
So Dean Mum's got it. Sooner or later, the kick is going to have to be made, and it is now by Foley. So very much advantage for the All Blacks as they continue to lead. Wallabies simply not spending enough time in the All Black 22. Coles. Reid reaches over. Now Kane sends it away for Kano. Inside pass for Dag. As it comes to Smith. Retallick, quick hands. Now Reid as the 22 looms. Smith again. Barrett again. This flat kick, but Cooper's read it well.
Stay there, mate.
And he's got rid of it a long way downfield, but Barrett anticipating beautifully. Now Beauden Barrett looking for the options. Slips out of a couple, finally runs into Douglas, and down he goes near the 10-metre line, Australian territory.
One out. No hands, four, not two.
There, and it's penalty against Moore.
Definitely offside, two. No.
And
definitely offside.
Justin, you talked about youngsters looking on. Have a look on what Barrett does here after the kick and how well he reads a game. How did he get back to take that kick on the full and rebuild?
It was like he was playing a little game with himself, wasn't it? He put the kick through, then dropped back. It was way over his head, and then just, we know his exceptional speed, got back and got it on the full.
Yeah.
I think they felt a little bit ripped off here, Australia, when Barrett beats one, beats two, goes to contact, but Pocock gets in over the ball here, and
which the referee?
He goes to award them a penalty.
He does there,
and
look.
then changes his mind. Pocock, you can see there, he's going, well, hang on, did I not have that? Well, isn't that a brilliant shot from the drone there we have over top of the stadium, showing a splendid view of the Cake Tin, full to capacity tonight for this Bledisloe number 2.
Beauden Barrett. And goal kicking's deserted him a wee bit tonight.
What is going?
So 58 minutes gone, almost at the halfway point in the second half. Joe Moody's done his job.
And traditionally, this is around the time that the All Blacks do roll a few subs in and they really crank it up a gear, don't they? Didn't happen last week. I want to address that.
Foley's kickoff from the 22 is taken down by Whitelock, who fights his way downfield. Aaron Smith swings it away to Barrett. Retallick in midfield, gave it off to Reid. And now Smith, Leonard Brown, almost intercepted, got a hand in there, Haylett Petty.
Did he Barrett?
But
he might look at this, yeah.
Did he Barrett knock on? Thanks, Maury.
So this might be a little bit too far for Barrett, so
please come here.
I'd imagine a kick towards the corner. Wallabies simply not putting any pressure on the All Black defence. But Reid cleanly wins the line out, and they drive off the captain, Kieran Reid. Tightly held up in there. Very promising as Coles has it in the back. Still holding it up, Dane Coles. Aaron Smith looks.
Use it once.
Now he goes. Gets it off. Wallabies getting there in numbers. The All Blacks a bit slow to get there. But they've recovered, so Fekitoa rushes in. Delivers up for Barrett. Quick hands, Coles. Gave it quickly to Savia. Oh, he stayed in. No, he didn't.
Just wonder why they did release that, the All Blacks, from the maul. He'd only told him it had stopped moving once, so he could have stayed patient, Aaron Smith, and kept it in there. They didn't really have a lot on off it. I just wonder whether or not they were still well set. They should have kept the ball in that driving maul.
Let's go, let's go.
Problem with Pocock in midfield.
Let's go.
Referee says he's not involved. Let's go.
How many? How many? You are in or out? Four men.
Moore throws. Somehow the Wallabies win it. Oh, thumping tackle down low by Kane. And the ball is heading into touch. Meanwhile, there's a fair bit of pushing and shoving going on still.
Gee, he came like a bullet, Sam Kane. Let's just watch it in real time, how quick he comes. There he is, set. Look at that. And the line's big, bang, in he goes.
So the All Blacks win the line out. And it's a repeat as Coles has it in the back. Slow but sure, that's one. So they release straight away. As Leonard Brown, now Barrett. Here is Ben Smith. Ben Smith, 4 metres away, carried on. Now they've got to release it, the Wallabies. Hooper's over the top. As the pass goes, the try scored by Kane.
Clinical that time from the All Blacks. Off the release, Ben Smith got the ball. He still had some work to do. And as Ben Smith can only do, one of the only players in the world who just seems to strike tackles off when he looks like he's being held. He ended up beating 2 or 3 defenders as we bring it across. Nicely set maul. Out the back to Barrett. Manipulation from Fekitoa. 1, 2, nearly 3. He manages to hang on only just as Hooper. Picked up by Fekitoa, has a quick dab at the line. And then Sam Kane with that power that we just saw on D, now using it on attack.
And 2 players over as well, should the need arise. But goes back to the line-out drive. The line-out have been absolute perfect tonight for the All Blacks. The execution of it, whether it be defensively or on attack, the drive was effective for the second time round, and was the same move with Leonard Brown finding Barrett, who was directly behind him, running from slightly deeper, keeping the Australians guessing. Great finish.
Four tries tonight now for the All Blacks. So another bonus point in the bank in the Rugby Championship. Barrett's conversion this time is on target, and suddenly the lead is out to 29-9.
Changes for the Wallabies. So Scott Fardy's back, and that's for a concussed David Pocock. Will Skelton is on for Coleman, and Pilote now finally for Stephen Moore full-time. 3 changes in the Wallaby pack. Great finish, Sam Kane.
And this is that danger time we spoke about, that final 20 minutes. The All Blacks have already started to crank it up. Well, Australia need to hold on.
Short kick. Tipped back on the Wallaby side, then knocked on by the following Wallaby player.
This might be a little bit early to bring this up, but visiting teams scoring tries on this ground in the last month and a bit.
It's been a struggle.
35,372 people here in Wellington.
That's pretty much full, isn't it? Great to see.
Tough night again for Stephen Moore.
I'd like to see this scrum nice and solid and set from the All Blacks, and let's just see what they can conjure up. Attack-wise, 8-9 right looks on. Cooper's now come up on that right-hand side as we look at it.
There it is for Smith. Off it goes to Barrett. Fekitoa away for Savia. Nice hands, Leonard Brown. It's on the Wallaby side. So Genia away for Falau. Now Karevi. But there's not a lot of space out there. Tackle made by Kano. Now Genia. Short pass for James Slipper. Change of tactics as Genia pushes it down. Ben Smith solid. Gets hit. Now the flat kick from Barrett. And, well, he can't do much wrong, Beauden Barrett. Been that way for a while, hasn't it?
All Blacks going to the bench.
9.
TJ Perenara in jersey
11.
21. A home appearance in the black jersey, and Aaron Cruden in 22. So Sevilla goes. Just have a look at the formation of the All Blacks. Looks like Ben Smith comes across to the left wing. Beauden Barrett drops back to 15. Cruden into 10.
Perenara gets an early touch. Kane is able to control it, but only just. Perenara in there scrapping for the ball, but
Holding on, 7.
is against Sam Kane for holding on.
Hey. It's fine, thank you.
Liam Squire not too far away. Well, that's a poor kick. So the All Blacks are able to keep this coming, and they do through Perenara. Puts it there. Cleared away by Reid to Whitelock. Now Perenara. Off it goes to Barrett. Cruden hands it on. Fekitoa looking to straighten it up. Quick hands, beautifully done. Leonard Brown.
Stay there.
Ability to move the ball through the hands. There's Retallick.
Leave it, goal!
Perenara. Now Barrett. Fekitoa. Kano. This time it's Coles getting a bit of space. Dane Coles got his pass back inside. Ben Smith. And it just goes astray.
9 out first. 9 out. In touch first.
Just don't underestimate how good that is. Really, there's no space there.
No.
The passing under pressure. Kano sums it up well. Beautiful from Ben Smith. Dane Coles the power. Then his pass is excellent back on the inside. Perenara, he finds a nice little pass to Smith, and he almost gets rid of Falau.
Brilliant passing, as you're right across the field. Difference between the two sides executing that skill in the game. 2 changes for the Wallabies. Kurandrani in jersey 22. Phipps is on as well. It's the end for Genia, and it's also the end for Karevi for the night.
It's been good tonight, Genia. I think he's had 2 excellent games back into Test rugby for the Wallabies. Been there, probably their best over the last 2 weeks.
Pilota now throws. Phipps had to clear quickly. Taken into contact by the Wallabies, but backed onto their own line again. And Phipps, at least Foley, his kick is taken by Ben Smith. Now Barrett, little hesitation, then he lets go. Cruden looks for Barrett, finds him. He's tied up by Mum. It's there for Perenara though. And the All Blacks swing it again. This time it's across to Reid out on the left wing side.
You have the mark?
And the whistle's gone here.
Hey, no, wait, I don't have the mark.
Oh, the moment is lost.
Yeah, it's not Romain Poit's fault because he got the call from Jaco Piper, the AR on the other side, and he just wasn't quite sure where the offside was from.
They might have a scrum here. Under the bin. options are plenty. James Parsons, what a moment for the Parsons family about to happen. Liam Squire.
22 in front. 22 in front of the kicker.
Pocock is coming back on too from the far side.
Say again. Number 6.
So the All Blacks are going to make their changes now, or
4 and 2. 4 and 2. 2 black.
yep, they are going to make them. Yep.
So Squire for Retallick. Doesn't have many games where he doesn't play the 80, and Dane Cole's another really strong performance.
Really strong performance from Dane Coles. He's got involved in a little bit of niggle. He doesn't mind that every now and then.
Wait for the call.
But his play in general, and let's just quickly touch on this, I would like to, how good his line-out throwing is. It really is, and it's just a little skill in the game, but you hardly see him missing. He's so accurate in that area, and it probably doesn't get, you know, the credit that it deserves, how good he is at that skill, and then we know what he's like around the park.
James Parsons, first scrum, under the post. All Blacks pack the left here with Cruden, Leonard Brown, Vicky Toa and Ben Smith.
Black ball.
This will be tough to defend.
It will be, because they're nice and flat. So they're not looking for any transition, which means a player slightly deeper, and maybe Fekitoa comes short and it goes out the back to Leonard Brown. They're looking to just go nice and tight with those quick hands, passes out in front.
Penalty, so he'll take it quickly, Perinara, and he gets rid of it. Cruden drops a little kick and it's loose. And Australia might have regathered here.
Use it, goal! Use it!
Pocock over the ball. Alalatoa's going to have to try and take a metre or so, but nothing doing. Now Nick Phipps gets in behind. And it'll be a scrambled kick. And away it goes. And taken quickly. And off goes Barrett into open spaces. Stepping. Good tackle on him.
No, 17 away. Thank you.
Perinara gets there. Now Falmawina. Perinara to Barrett. Cruden. Leonard Brown. Up to Squire. And he fights his way near the 22 as Perinara again clears it out. Now Cruden. Cruden.
Leave it now, goal! Hands out, goal! Hands out!
Telling them to get their hands off it. And not your penalty, Michael.
He was never on his feet.
Playing the ball on the ground.
Was David Pocock. He went in over the ball, but he was never on his feet. He pretty much just dived on it and tried to turn it over.
Yeah. 8 minutes left in the test. Kieran Reid, I think, keen on a scrum.
7 black, 7.
Wallabies starting to concede a lot of penalties.
Here is Artie Savia. This will be something. Sam Cane, another terrific night.
Yes, an outstanding game from Sam Cane.
Okay, right. Mock is there.
Now they've gone for a different setup here, the All Blacks. They'll want to be better with their execution. Cruden just got a little bit panicked at the gain line, went for the miracle little grubber kick through, which didn't come off before, and gave the ball back to Australia. Oh, no, they won't be happy with that. The coaches, they'll expect better discipline with ball in hand here.
Another collapse scrum and another penalty. Well, he might go to the pocket here.
Well, this is Alan Alatoa who's in trouble here.
By your side. Twice they collapsed at the scrum. Last one, player playing the ball on the ground. Have a word for the discipline, please. Yeah. That's enough. That's it. That's it. Have a word for the discipline.
It's quite a big rep on him, Nisbel, isn't it?
There is, absolutely. Well, he's on a final warning. And the All Blacks will put another penalty down and see what they can do here. So that's a high penalty count.
Mark is there.
Not sure Michael Chipper agreed with that.
Fine. Set.
So, well, it's gone down again, and this time it's on the other side.
Sorry.
Well, it's all very messy as the clock keeps ticking.
Mark is there. Crunch. Fine. Set.
Right, in it goes. Reid brings her back to this near side, still running. Kieran Reid gets the pass off to Leonard Brown. Fekitoa comes back. And the All Blacks clear it away through Perenara. Slipped across for Faumuina. Now Perenara. Barrett holds it up for Squire. Making good ground, Liam Squire. Holding his feet well. Presents it for Perenara. Cruden works it away for Faumuina. Back to the other side. Quick hands. And the ball spilled by James Parsons. Running hard and straight. Well, I wonder whether James Parsons ever felt he'd get back into the black jersey after that one test in Scotland. Justin. Lovely work by Jerome Kano.
That is some sort of a pass. As you're falling like that, and really well done from Charlie Faumuina to keep running the line. He could have easily gone for the clean out and thought he's going to take contact. He actually probably was to a degree. His body language thinks, I may now have to clean this ruck. And then the miracle ball from Jerome Kano. And just the awareness of Charlie Faumuina to stay in the game and get that offload.
Final change for the All Blacks. Setter Tamani Valu in jersey 23 for Anton Leonard-Brown, who's had a very impressive debut.
Yes, he has. And that's acknowledged too by the crowd.
Goal ball, Mark is there. Passions. Crutch. Bind. Set.
Phipps. Away it goes to Cooper. Sends it up for Falau. Lovely tackle. Tamani Valu. Ball is loose, but Cooper's tidied up.
Stay there.
And Phipps hands it up, but the Wallabies can't do much from here with 4 minutes to go.
No, the ball is available. Let it.
Damage limitation. Pelota now. Now Phipps always uncertain. Got it away in the finish. They're not really going anywhere. Here's Falau. Oh dear. Cooper can't do much from here. Wade Cooper driven back to the line. Now what's the next option?
One player on the ball. No, wasn't on
it's
the
a penalty.
line. Wasn't on the line.
So So the clearing penalty.
Missed again.
Oh, I think he has. He has missed again.
No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
No, wasn't on the line. No,
Well, this is all happening in the in-goal area.
Jerome Kano just a little late to join this line out.
Wallabies win a line out, so Phipps gets it off to Cooper. Attacking from deep, and Foley got up and went again. Nick Phipps, try scorer last week. Now Pocock hands it off. Alalatoa hurdles a couple of players. Now Phipps, referee has to duck under. As the Wallabies through Dane Haylett-Petty. Phipps again, Foley. Gap closed pretty quickly. Hardy Savia came up with a big tackle. Now Cooper throws the little inside pass to Falau. This is what the Wallabies needed to do earlier. Falau only 5 metres short. Needing quick ball. Charging onto it goes Pallotta now.
Advantage offside, Black.
And the All Blacks are offside, so Phipps goes over the top. Thunderous tackle made by Tamani Valu. He's got to continue to play advantage, but no further advantage. So the Wallabies looking to score a late try.
There. 22 Black offside.
Phipps taps it. Off it goes to Alalatoa once more. Now Phipps charging onto it goes Pallotta now.
Leave it, Black.
Phipps again. Short pass. Phipps! Well, he got one last week. Has he got another one? I don't know.
The indication from what he's showing, because he's hurt his shoulder, as we'll listen.
Try yes or no.
Confirm, try yes or no.
Please.
So just try yes or no. Is that he's banged down with some force. So it's just whether or not he's still got control of the ball, because he's obviously banged his shoulder into the ground there as he's going down, loses it.
Roman Sean?
Yes.
You lost the ball forward?
Okay.
No try.
I agree.
Okay.
No try. Lost forward.
So disappointment for the Wallabies.
Knock on, no try.
The late rally has come up short.
Why they didn't say it? Time back on. Mark is there. Work like
Inside
the
last minute,
Keep it up.
the All Blacks will retain the Bledisloe Cup, and they'll get another 5-pointer in the Rugby Championship.
Fine. Set.
Well, the scrums have never really settled all night.
Come closer, come closer.
Yes, the last time the All Blacks lost, 2009. At home. Siren goes, and we're hoping to get this last scrum down at some point before midnight.
Yep, it's been tedious, this scrummaging tonight. Very messy.
There's not much left in it now for the All Blacks to just kick it out.
Fine. Set.
Oh, hello. Well, that was a guess. A classic guess by the French referee. So now the Wallabies, they wouldn't be brave enough to put a scrum down, surely.
It's not the same rule. It's not the same rule. What we do?
Okay, so Cooper taps it. Kicked ahead. So the Wallabies still in possession. gone loose and into touch and goal. And the final whistle has blown here. The Bledisloe Cup remains in New Zealand for another year as Kieran Reid leads his All Black team to a 29-9 victory. Well, a very different test match to last week, Justin, but still a decisive win.
Yeah, it certainly was. A bonus point win for the All Blacks. Unable to cross Australia for a try this evening. Went close, Nick Phipps at the finish. They did stay in the game. They were in it at half-time. It would be fair to say, but really, the All Blacks' superiority is quite evident again this evening. And they've run out comfortable winners on the night.
Israel Day got a couple of tries in the first half. And in the second half, Julian Savia and Sam Cane. Wallabies not able to score tonight. They got close through Nick Phipps, but 3 penalty goals was their lot. 15 points tonight at half-time. And the final score, New Zealand 29, Australia 9. Bledisloe Cup remains in New Zealand for another 12 months. With a 2-0 victory after the win in Sydney last week, the All Blacks have come back home 29 points to 9, 4 tries to 0 in a very different sort of game. Okay, we're going to the presentation area now, and we join there Jeff Wilson.
I would like to welcome you to the Bledisloe Cup presentation for 2016. I am joined on the stage by Lieutenant General, the Right Honourable Sir Jerry Mataparai, the Governor-General of New Zealand, David Rhodes, the President of New Zealand Rugby, and John Coolican, the President of the Australian Rugby Union. If I could ask the Captain of the Wallabies team, Stephen Moore, to come forward and say a few words. Well, Stephen, bloodied and beaten again, but it's been a difficult week for Australian rugby. But in terms of effort, you couldn't be prouder of the boys tonight.
Yeah, their effort was better tonight than last week, that's for sure. So proud of the boys for that. And, well done to New Zealand. They played well across the 2 games and they deserve it.
In terms of building for the future, is this the starting point for this team now? They've set a stand. I know you would like a better result, but in the end, you threw everything you could into this game, and this team can move forward from here?
Yeah, like I said, the effort's there. We're going through a tough period at the moment. We've just got to stick tight, and we have done that this week, and we'll continue to do that.
All right, Stephen, thank you very much, and good luck for the rest of the Rugby Championship.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, Stephen Moore from the Wallabies. And now, if I could ask Kieran Reid, please, the captain of the All Blacks, to come forward. Kieran, everyone expected the Wallabies to bounce back to you tonight. They played hard for a long period of those games. Was it as tough as it looked?
Oh, certainly was, mate. It was a true Bledisloe test. You guys really stuck at it tonight. Made us work extremely hard. We knew that was going to be the case. So proud of the boys to stick at it.
A couple of weeks where you're looking to prepare and build on what you did last week. Little things tonight. It wasn't as accurate as of light. Was that more about the pressure this Wallaby team was putting on you?
Yeah, it was never going to be the same. We knew that. It's about working hard when you come and turn up for a test match, especially against the old foe and the Wallabies. So it was a tough game. Certainly had to work for it, and we're fortunate to get some tries there in the second half.
Nice to be back at home. Nice to be in Wellington once again. A fantastic crowd here.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you to everyone for coming out.
Okay, one last thing to do. If I would ask now the New Zealand Governor-General, Sir Jerry Mataparai, to present the Bledisloe Cup to the winning captain.
So it was hard-earned tonight by the All Blacks. They went in as the raging hot favourites. And I said it several times, Justin, very different game to the one we saw in Sydney last week.
Yeah, it certainly was. You know, the All Blacks came off a very good performance last week where just about everything that they did was clinical, precise, and at a skill level that was far too high for Australia last week. They obviously learnt Australia. They came prepared to be a bit more confrontational and physical. I think we all knew that that would happen. And it was certainly a great performance. Let's hear what All Black coach Steve Hansen has to say about tonight's performance.
Well, Steve, I spoke to you last week. You said one hand on the trophy is not good enough. You've now got it back. How do you feel?
Oh, you know, it's good. It's an accomplishment that we wanted to set out to do right from the beginning, and to be able to do that's very pleasing, so happy.
Analyse the first half in particular to start with.
Oh, look, they threw everything at us as we knew they would, and there was a bit of niggle, and, you know, we just had to make sure we didn't get caught up in it and kept our frustration tolerance high and just tried to play rugby. So we scored some nice tries and peeled our way through that, and then regathered ourselves at half-time and just continued. I think we really dominated that second half.
Set pieces outstanding again tonight. Line out nigh on perfect.
Yeah, the line-out's been great for a wee while now, and we've got to the point where we're really putting pressure on the opposition too, which is pretty special.
And the scrums were niggly, but I think you won that battle.
Yeah, I think we did too. So, you know, we can be proud of what we've achieved the last couple of weeks, get a week off and start again.
It's you brought in another couple of players tonight, debuts for James Parsons. Anton Leonard-Brown, very instrumental at second five, good performance.
Yeah, he did. You know, for a young fella who came in only a week ago, and to do what he's done has been pretty special, really. Played with a lot of confidence, and, you know, that's a credit to him and the people around him, and Fozzie's spent a good week with him, you know, getting him right to play.
I know it's very early on, you're just tasting it out of the cup again, but focus next time. Do you think early focus next time, things to work on?
Oh, look, we've just got to keep getting better at everything we do, don't we? And you know, it was a great experience for this group. You know, losing 818 caps is a big thing, but when you have to back up such a big performance like we did the week before, to be able to come and then cope with what was chucked at them and come out and win by 20 was pretty good.
Okay, we'll leave it there, Steve. Go and have a taste out of it again. You deserve it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much. Cheers.
So most of the players getting their hands on the Bledisloe Cup. Some of them would never have touched it before. We saw 21-year-old Anton Leonard-Brown. Certainly Jerome Kono has had plenty of experience over the years with the Bledisloe Cup. So the All Blacks now just lingering around and just giving a little look at the Bledisloe Cup to their fans.